El Salvador is fast becoming an oasis of modern growth and natural beauty in Central America. Still, anyone who visits this tiny country realizes it is not just the sum of its natural resources.
When I think about the real wealth of El Salvador, I'd say that it's people. It's the human capital, actually, what makes El Salvador a rich country.
But it wasn't always this way. By the end of El Salvador's civil war, most of the country's citizens living outside of San Salvador lived below the poverty line.
El Salvador still has about 30% population who is in poverty. And we still have to work on improving the living conditions, not only of some Salvadorans, we have to improve the living conditions of every Salvadoran living in El Salvador.
That challenge was already being answered before there was even true peace in 1983, with the formation of the Salvadoran American Humanitarian Foundation. Its primary focus, the healthcare crisis facing El Salvador. Originally a vehicle for donors of pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and equipment from the United States, the Salvadoran American Humanitarian Foundation, or SAHF, has become so much more to Salvadorans. In nearly 25 years of existence, SAHF's long list of accomplishments include the establishment of FUSAL, a partner organization in El Salvador. Together, they have not only improved healthcare in the regions they serve, but have literally started to change the fabric of everyday life in a country once known for poverty and war. One of the most profound ways, through the design and construction of entire communities. This is La Loma, and focuses on providing a safe environment for single mothers, complete with daycare, so they can work.
Mi nombre es Rosa Evelyn Melara.
My name is Rosa Evelyn Melara. I used to live in San Antonio Abad, and I have 3 children. A year and a half ago, my family moved here. I feel that I live so much better now because I have my own place. Where I lived before, the children had to go through a lot of streets to get to school, and that is something that here they don't have to do.
La Libertad is an idyllic planned community subsidized by SAHF and built by FUSAL after the earthquakes of 2001. Gang violence and extreme living conditions were common in this area. They are now a thing of the past for those living here.
It
was a little bit dangerous because groups of men and guys would get together near my house, so my mother didn't like me going out, because she thought it was dangerous for me to be out on my own. Here she gives me more liberty to be out of the house.
While the streets are safe and clean and the homes sturdy, the cornerstones of this community are its modern medical center and school.
Now
that we live here, we have our own house. It isn't big, but it's our own. And even though 5 of us live in that small house, if we take care of it and keep it clean, then it's very nice to live there. Another thing I like about living here is the school. We learn a lot of stuff like computers and English. I think that in this school, I'm going to get a better education and be better prepared for the future. Because in most jobs, I'm going to need to know how to use a computer.
Yo quiero ser doctora.
I want to be a doctor. I tell my mom and dad I want to be a doctor because I want to be able to help them and to help other people as well. My parents are making a big effort right now to put me through school, so I want to become a professional so I can give this back to them.
Aside from grand projects like housing communities, SAHF is also touching the lives of everyday Salvadorans in less obvious ways. SAHF has sent hundreds of millions of dollars in the form of in-kind donations to El Salvador. Everything from new desks in schools, to computers, to medicines, equipment in emergency rooms, right down to the infection-resistant orthopedic plates being used in this operation to mend a severely broken leg, the result of a farming accident.
So this is given to Suchito Hospital by FUSAL and SAHF because we are doing a lot of surgery of orthopedics.
Without the surgery, the man on the operating table might not walk again. And as a farmer, that would mean an end to his working life. He will probably never realize it is because of operating material sent by SAHF that he now has another chance at a normal life. Government hospitals like this one in the middle of San Salvador provide free health care for those who can't afford it. From the metal plates in his leg, to the machines used in this intricate eye surgery, to the medicines being prescribed at the pharmacy, most of it comes from SAHF's in-kind donations. SAHF sends everything to this FUSAL warehouse in San Salvador.
I think the most important thing
here in this program is to guarantee that all of this aid is getting as far as it can get. So part of our responsibility here is to take it as far as we can and deliver it to the people who need it the most. The impact is huge. Sometimes it can even mean the difference between life and death in the first level of medical attention.
It all eventually finds its way to even the most remote corners of El Salvador, like the Bay Area, where 7,000 people reside on 5 different islands. Part of El Salvador, these people were literally cut off from the mainland until FUSAL and SAHF helped make the connection. They now receive food shipments, first-rate health care, and more importantly, health and nutritional training. It may be hard to believe now, but children used to die here from malnutrition. From the sea to the mountains, teams of FUSAL doctors administer the care, doctors who could earn much more in private practice, but choose to work for FUSAL and SAHF because of the higher rewards.
I wasn't sure, or I didn't know how big is to help someone. You think, I'm gonna help someone, I'm gonna make them feel better. But you see the difference when they are sick and they are healthy, and it's big.
Perhaps one of the most profound ways SAHF and its partner FUSAL are touching the lives of everyday Salvadorans is through its Libras de Amor program, targeting the nutritional needs of children under 5 years old. This fragile population is not just vulnerable to the ills of their environment, but also represents El Salvador's tomorrow. With SAHF's support, FUSAL doctors go as far as making house calls. The area is so remote, their populations would otherwise never see a doctor.
Before FUSAL came here, I hardly ever took my children to the clinic because it's too far away, and to take them there would take me the whole day. Now it's different because FUSAL is coming here and taking care of our kids. They give them vitamins and medical attention, and also with the food we receive, our kids get sick less often.
Remarkable is the fact that when FUSAL doctors first saw these children, they were sick from malnutrition, and doctors expected the worst.
I felt sad and I felt worried because I could see other children playing at school and happy at school, and I thought, why can't my children be like that? I feel very grateful and thank them for having the heart and the will to help us.
Children here need opportunities just like children in other countries get to grow, to play, to develop. People have big hearts, and they can find it in their heart to help us because we need their help a lot. In the end, we are all brothers and sisters. There are no real boundaries or frontiers.
Well, I can talk about kindness, I can talk about solidarity, but I like to talk also from a political point of view. I think that the social stability of countries in Latin America is very important in order to maintain political stability. And if we are able to support other people in need in countries like El Salvador, in countries like Guatemala, in countries like Nicaragua, we're also contributing to a political stability. And I think that is something of interest. We have to think about security. It is a way of supporting democracy.
Reducing poverty worldwide makes a lot of sense for all these multinational institutions, because you create a better atmosphere and a better market. The good thing about having institutions like SAHF and FUSAL is that it is a responsible vehicle for helping others that one can trust, that is audited, that has a history of more than 20 years of doing it correctly, focusing on the right people, and having these in-kind donations get to the right people, the people who need it the most. It becomes very poignant when you see these small kids who look at you, and if you help them out, they smile, and it looks as if their entire life has changed with a very small thing, But it's not small for them. It may be small for you, but it's very important to them.
SAHF and FUSAL, together with their generous supporters, are making a difference in the lives of Salvadorans, creating a brighter future and a better tomorrow.